it just doesn't make sense if what it seems like is being revealed is real. Hi everyone, I'm Jay and welcome to my spooky reading vlog. Today's Sunday and I just finished Into the Drowning Deep on Friday night. I'm actually still processing my thoughts on that one, so I'll either dive into that a little later in this video or save it for my October wrap-up. So yesterday I started A Head Full of Ghosts. This one follows a family whose oldest daughter, Marjorie, begins to show signs of schizophrenia. But when a local priest convinces them that she is in need of an exorcism, things take a wild turn and a reality show even gets involved. The story is told from the perspective of Marjorie's younger sister, Mary, who was 8 years old when all of this went down and is now in her early 20s. Right from the start, the book is doing a really good job of building tension around the changes in Marjorie as Mary recounts her initial and growing distrust of her sister. So far, I do think that this one might actually give me a scare. So my plan for today is to get some more reading done. I'm reading this one on my Kindle, and I was thinking of filming my bookshelves that you can't see in the video, but I'm not sure about that. We'll see. Yeah, just have a relaxed Sunday and see where the day and the reading takes us. Hi guys, we are joined by a bathing pixie. He is multitasking and yeah, hopefully that's not too annoying. I should mention this is a completely different day and a different weekend, and I have made some reading progress and wanted to update you all. Hopefully you're not shaking around too much. I do see you bouncing around a little bit, and that is because you're balancing on the arm of my couch and Into the Drowning Deep, which was the first book on my spooky TBR that I finished. I went right from that into A Head Full of Ghosts, which I have since finished. I absolutely loved that book. It was so good, even though it didn't quite give me the scare I was hoping for. If you're hearing beeping, that is because we are about to put a pizza in the oven. It is dinner time. It's about 5:45. So sorry, there's a lot going on. So yeah, I really enjoyed that book so much. And from that, I had already started Frankenstein. There's the oven, sorry. So I had already started Frankenstein. I've made some good headway. I am on page 122, and I am enjoying this one. I am curious to see what the last about third of the book will be. So this book, we start in the perspective of a man that I was like, who is this guy? Why are we hearing from him? Robert Walton, where then we are introduced to Victor Frankenstein. We hear about his story and how his life led him to the creation of Frankenstein. And then now we are getting Frankenstein's perspective as he has a conversation with his creator. So yeah, I am enjoying this one. And also I have started I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Emmalynn Reed. This one I am on page 53, and right off the bat, I really like it. I like the style. I could tell I would from the synopsis. One thing that did surprise me about this one is that we are in the head of the girlfriend. She is our narrator, at least so far, that is the case. I was under the impression it was going to be the boyfriend. For those of you who don't know, this is about a couple who go on a road trip and things get weird. That's pretty much all I know about it. I'm really enjoying this one so far. If I continue, well, I will continue tonight after dinner and maybe after a little bit of TV. We're already set up in the living room. I will probably continue with this book over the other two I'm reading, which the third one that I'll mention now is Last Days by Adam Neville. I'm reading that one on my Kindle. It started off a little rough for me, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh no, am I gonna have a DNF in this October TBR of mine? But no, I got past that little hump, at least so far. That one is about a filmmaker who is asked to do a movie on the remaining survivors of a cult. Not really sure much more than that, what that book is about, just that it is supposed to be very, very scary. And yeah, I mean, maybe I'm dead inside, but nothing has scared me so far. So hopefully that one does the trick. I'm saving House of Leaves for last, and hopefully I have time for it, you guys. Like, I'm gonna feel really bad if I don't. That would probably be the 3rd October since I've had my physical copy. The other time I started it, I believe I mentioned this already, it definitely wasn't the fall. But yeah, I really want to get that one off my physical TBR, have it read, so that I know what all the hype is about. I think I'll have time. But anyway, so yeah, gonna have some dinner, pick up the book. I'll update you as I read. And yeah, I'm hoping to have this video up by next weekend, which will be the last weekend in October. Having a lot of fun with it. So I'll catch you guys all in a little bit. So I've read about almost 20 pages, and this entire time, so I'm on page 70 now. They're in the car together. They're in a fairly new relationship. And again, I promise, no spoilers. Well, I guess that depends on your definition of spoilers. Like, I will be talking a little bit about what's happening, but I'm not going to give anything away that would spoil your enjoyment of the book or finding it out for the first time. But they're in a car together. He's driving her to meet his family into the middle of nowhere. And since they're in a new relationship, they are still getting to know one another. So you're part of like their conversations in the car while also getting her memories, just random memories throughout the course of their relationship, and immediately become aware of a caller that she has who calls her regularly and sometimes leaves her messages. That's an interesting little side note. And as they're driving, this book is doing a really good job of making you very suspicious of where he's taking her. She's completely involved in the conversation, and I feel like it's fair to say that they're both kind of evaluating the relationship still. If he is taking her to meet his family, then that means he wants to take the relationship to the next level, while she's still kind of evaluating being in the relationship. But I'll just give you an example, just like over the pages, what I'm talking about. So like, I think we must be getting close to the farm. Jake hasn't confirmed we are, but we've been driving for a while. Must be close to 2 hours. We just made what felt like a significant turn. We'd been on the same road for a while. We turned at a stop sign, not a light, left. There are no traffic lights out here. And Jake signals and makes a left turn. This new road is smaller. It's definitely not a main road. This is a back road. I don't know, just like little details like that are just making me very like uncomfortable. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. I'm gonna continue with it. I have the Golden Girls on very softly in the background. Hi guys, it is the next day. I have made more progress in this book. And let's see, what page am I on? Okay, so I'm on page 156, and something just happened that had me feeling dread. There is about 50 pages left in the book, I think, so I figured now is a good time to turn on the camera. It is going to be very hard not to give you guys spoilers because I want to talk about what is happening and what has happened so bad. I did notice that at the end of the book, there are book club questions. So I am considering having like a spoiler section. We'll see. Yeah, because this is just like getting crazy right now. Let's keep reading. And I don't know if you can see them, but I am tabbing this book. We know this is a rarity for me. So I'm also really liking the writing in this book, and I'm gonna partially read this paragraph because the first part would be spoilery. It's so rare for others to know everything we're thinking, even those we're closest to or seemingly closest to. Maybe it's impossible, maybe even in the longest, closest, most successful marriages, the one partner doesn't always know what the other is thinking. We're never inside someone else's head. We can never really know someone else's thoughts. And it's thoughts that count. Thought is reality. Actions can be faked. Love it. Tabbing it. I am so confused right now. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera off and I will be back. Hopefully with Pixie. Okay, we're back. And I have about 20 pages left. I'm still confused, but it's starting to come together, but like in a confusing manner. So let's finish this out and then we can talk. It just doesn't make sense if what it seems like is being revealed is real. Wow. This was really excellent. I am curious to read the book club questions that are in the back and just see if there's like anything that I would like to expound upon in perhaps a spoilery section. But wow. I have to say, so this is the third book I finished and it is in the #1 spot. A Head Full of Ghosts is in the #2 spot. Into the Drowning Deep is #3. And I am in the middle of Frankenstein and Last Days still. And will hopefully also fit in House of Leaves. But yeah, let's take a moment to process this one, and I will see you guys again here in a second. Hi guys, I'm back. I found myself staring off into space for quite a long time after finishing I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Emmalynn Reed. I think that this is going to be a book that sticks with me for a long time, which is wonderful. I love that for me. And I'm also glad that I ended up having to get a physical copy of this book. I had initially thought that this would just be something that I got from the library, read it for this video, and forgot about it. So it actually ended up working out that I have this book now because I tabbed the you-know-what out of it. So I had mentioned before that I was thinking about having a spoilery section of this vlog for this book because it made me think and feel so many things, but as I thought about it, I don't want to do that. I think that part of what makes this like a really great psychological thriller is that the puzzle's gonna fit together a little differently for everybody, and I just wouldn't want to impress upon anyone what I think about it, even if you've already read it. So I will say that this book took off for me. Like, the whole book was very interesting and I was engaged the entire time. It is deeply weird, but like in a very palatable way. And it was on page 153. If you have this edition, near the top of the page, something is said, and then from there it just unravels. It just gets crazy. I was speeding through the remainder of the book. There was one quote that I did want to read that won't give anything away, but I think is like the perfect explanation for what to expect with this book. And so I'm being careful not to read anything that could possibly give anything away. My story is not like a movie, I'll say. It's not heart-stopping or intense or blood-curdling or graphic or violent. No jump scares. To me, these qualities aren't usually scary. Something that disorients, that unsettles what's taken for granted. Something that disturbs and disrupts reality. That's scary. And I feel like that's summing it up right there. Yeah, so I probably won't read any more today. I feel like this deserves some rumination. I want to just like let this one marinate a little bit before I go jumping into one of the other books I'm in the middle of or starting House of Leaves, because honestly, I don't think it would be fair to those books. Really liked this one, you guys. So yeah, I have been editing this reading vlog as I go along, and I am actually considering ending it here. I'm not sure if I'll do a part 2 or if that will just be in my wrap up that I do for the month, and I'll probably do that in early November. So if I don't see you guys again in this video, I really appreciate you joining me on this fun little adventure. I hope to have many more. This has been a fun time for me, and hopefully it has been for you as well. And hopefully you're having a great time with your October TBR and enjoying the books that you're reading. So I'll either see you here in a second or I'll see you next time.